All right, I want to welcome everyone to using AI in your business. We have a brand new presenter. We're very excited to have her. She's not only very knowledgeable in the area that she's going to present on, but she is a SCORE client. So we love her. So we're very happy to have her with us today. But before we turn it over to Shea, we're going to go ahead and talk to you about SCORE. Make sure that you're taking advantage of all the resources that we have available for you to be successful. So our goal is to share small business information with you. We do that in several different ways. One is through our website, score.org. You're going to find lots of great information there. You're going to find our articles, podcasts, recorded webinars. You're going to find templates that you can download for marketing, for your business plan, for financial reports, all kinds of great information. So great resource to get information at any time. The other way we share information is through our workshops and our webinars. We advertise those through our newsletter, on social media, and they're obviously also listed on our website. We have a lot of really great topics in the new year. We're constantly adding new topics, plus revisiting the previous topics, and definitely making sure we hit all those basics for you. I think the most important thing that SCORE does, however, is the mentoring. And our mentors are volunteers, and they have a wide variety of experiences and skills that they want to share with you. We work with folks at all stage of the game, so to speak. We're working with those that are trying to decide if small business is right for them, to those that are in the planning phase, to those that are in business, growing their business, and then exiting their business. So we're with you the whole journey. And we have, like I said, it's a nationwide organization. So we have mentors across the country should we need to reach out to make sure that you get the assistance that you need. If you've never had a mentor before, a beginning session's probably around 45 minutes. They want to know about you. They want to know what your goals are, your challenges are, and they're going to work with you to come up with a plan so that you can be successful. Oftentimes, your primary mentor will invite other mentors as your needs change, just to make sure that you get everything you need. So now you're probably wondering, how do I get a mentor? There are multiple ways to get a mentor on the score.org website. Probably the easiest is the box to put in your zip code. That'll match you to the chapter that's nearest you, and the little form will pop up and they'll ask you a couple questions, and that information is used to match you to the mentor that can assist you with whatever your current goals are at the time. So take a look at the website and like I said, put in your zip code and get that mentor. So a little bit about today. We are going to use Q&A for questions, and we will probably hit most of those questions at the end. I know Shay's got some planned interaction in chat, so that'll be the distinction there. But if you have a question for the presenter, let's try and put those in Q&A so I keep track of them and I don't lose, and make sure I get them all those questions asked. We are recording, and the recording will be on our website in the next 24 to 48 hours. You'll find it on the score.org/Boston website under the local workshops on the blue bar. There will be a drop down and you can find previously recorded. And I know that Shea also has a list of resources for everybody as well. So we'll make sure everyone here today gets that information. So I'm going to go ahead and pull down my share, and I'm going to let Shea take over. So you get your screen up and.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Teresa. Okay. So, all right. Can you see my slides?
Looks great.
Awesome. Okay. So social media transformed how businesses connect with customers. COVID transformed how businesses operate. And now AI is transforming how businesses compete. About a year ago, SEMrush put out an article on the latest statistics and trends for AI. Here's what it said. By 2030, the market size of AI is expected to reach nearly $2 trillion. 73% of US companies use AI in some aspect of their business, and 54% of companies had used generative AI in their business just 1 year after ChatGPT was released. By the end of the decade, there will be two kinds of companies: those who fully utilize AI and those who are out of business. Peter Diamandis, futurist and entrepreneur, also known for his expertise in AI. This means AI will become a very large and significant part of the global economy. The question is no longer whether you'll use AI in your business or not. It's a matter of when you will use it. But here's the good news. You don't need to have a lot of money to use AI tools, and companies understand the importance of the user experience, which means technology is becoming more and more user-friendly. So when it comes to using AI in your business, you just need to know where to start. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my version of AI 101, but for business owners. Today, I'll cover what generative AI is when we hear that buzz term floating around nowadays, and why AI matters for your business. Next, I'll do some storytelling, I'll do a live demonstration, and then I'll show you how to find and choose the right AI tools for your business. We'll cover some important things to remember, do a quick recap, and then I'll answer any questions you have before we go. So that's me in the picture there. I've been using AI tools for over 2 years now. And before AI, I helped business owners get organized and become more tech savvy. When people ask me, how did you start using ChatGPT and AI tools? I tell them I think that I landed on an Instagram ad and that I'm a part of their target audience, right? Because I'm always looking for software for the business owners that I work with and for myself. So yes, I love what I do. I love technology, and I think AI tools are so much fun to use. So let's see where everyone is at the moment. Please put a 1 in the chat box if you've heard of ChatGPT or Claude, and put a 0 if you have not heard of it. You haven't even heard of it.
We got all ones today.
That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
And put okay, good. And please put a 1 in the chat box if you're using AI or using those tools to help you with your business, and put a 0 if you're not using it to help you with your business. And
I actually have a couple zeros.
okay.
Yeah, so a couple people that aren't quite there yet. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And put a 1 if you feel comfortable using AI. And if well, and put a 0, maybe you're using it, but maybe it still overwhelms you or you're still unsure about it.
Yep, I have not comfortable, unsure, lots of zeros. So
Okay.
they're in the right place.
Okay, okay. So for all of the ones, I hope that you leave here today with more AI knowledge than you came with. And for everyone that put a 0, today's goal and the purpose of this workshop was to make AI accessible and very beginner friendly. And for everyone, let's learn and have fun. All right. So what is generative AI when we hear it, and how does it work? How are these tools different from traditional software? Even though today a lot of traditional software is powered by AI, let's take a look at some examples of how traditional software and generative AI differ. Although it has some AI features, Grammarly is one of the traditional softwares we use to spell check our writing, sentence by sentence, word by word. But with AI tools, we can share our paper with the tool and tell the AI tool what we want to accomplish in natural language. For example, you may ask the AI tool, right? A lot of us, you said you use ChatGPT, to please correct the spelling and grammar, or to bold the title and subheadings. Or you can ask the tool to please add sections to your paper where you think that it makes sense. MailChimp, an email marketing software. Normally inside of MailChimp, we pick a template and fill in the blanks. But with an AI tool, we could, again, in very natural language, right, ask for 5 emails at once. And they might not be perfect, which is why we will always go back in and customize. But these emails that would have normally taken us a week now would probably only take us a couple of days or even a couple of hours. Another example for generating the emails, again, in very natural language. would be something like, please write 5 emails my subscribers will receive once they join my mailing list. Traditional software requires manual control and instructions. If this, then that. If I click this button, then that happens. If I click that button, then this happens. But with an AI tool, you have one intelligent machine that can understand you through natural language and with you hold a conversation. For example, asking a tool again, hey, can you help me write content for the homepage of my website? Or can you help me create 30 days of Instagram posts for the month of March? We're going from manually telling computers what to do to having intelligent machines that understand what we want to achieve. Keyword achieve. This is called machine learning. We built machines and taught them how to learn. Sophisticated pattern recognition systems, intelligent machines that recognize patterns. And how does a machine learn? Through pattern recognition, so that it understands us to the point where it's carrying out a conversation with us the way another human being would. Training. First, we train. For example, business planning. We took a business plan and said, this is a business plan. This is how it looks, what it says, how it's formatted, the most common sections typically included. And now the machine has been trained on so many business plans and business planning that a conversation can sound like this. This is the chatbot here, right at the top when it prompts you, right? When you use it, how can I help you today? And I would say, please write me a business plan, or a business plan for a flower shop, or a business plan in Boston, Mass, or excuse me, a flower shop, business plan for a flower shop that only fulfills online orders. Or please write me a business plan for a restaurant, spa, grocery store, pet store, right? Or arcade. And then the AI tool uses our feedback to determine whether or not that was the business plan we were looking for. When it comes to predicting and recognizing patterns, business plan may be associated with funding, teacher may be associated with student. When the AI tools give us the right answers, we say, yes, you were right. But if we ask for a business plan for a grocery store and our AI tool delivers a business plan for a pet store, we would say, no, sorry, let's try again. And this time, here's some more details. Understanding through pattern recognition. That is how the machine improves its responses, by combining its training with our feedback. The machine understands and predicts to the best of its ability what we want to achieve. And if we took a tour of an actual physical place, what does that look like? Where is all that data we are tapping into stored? Here, in something called a supercomputer. Supercomputers handle tasks that are too complex or too large for basic computers. A supercomputer is like a giant super smart calculator with thousands of computer brains working together to solve really complicated problems really fast. Imagine having hundreds of computers stacked up and connected, working at the same time to do math and scientific research that would take a normal computer years to finish. They take up the entire rooms, and those rooms are kept at cool temperatures to keep each supercomputer from overheating. Well, the supercomputer box, the boxes that you see there. So yes, it does feel and seem like one big magic trick, but it's not. There is a scientific explanation for the how. This is what it looks like. The data that AI tools use for its training, predictions, and generations are stored on a supercomputer, and we are on the front end using these tools. This explanation is oversimplified, but it is cool to learn about, and I encourage you to do your own further research and to have fun while you're doing it. I actually had lots of fun doing this. So this is what's going on behind the curtain. And this is the outside of one of the supercomputers. This is the largest supercomputer, most powerful supercomputer in the world right now, called Colossus. Okay, so at Mind Valley's AI Summit, I remember Vishen, the founder, saying that when generative AI hit the market, almost every large company in the world had to call an emergency meeting. In July 2023, 79% of corporate strategists said AI would be critical to their success. Let's use a fictitious analogy to look at why they might have said that. Let's just say both business owners have the same problem. They both don't have a marketing plan. But business owner A uses AI to create content, which leads to engagement, then new clients, resulting in revenue in the business. But business owner B, although starting with the same problem, they forget to use AI. That leaves them invisible to their potential clients and leaves them feeling like marketing just doesn't work for them. Okay, so now I'm going to do some storytelling. So, the first story I want to tell you happened about a week ago. I hopped on a discovery call with a young man. He was young, he was talented, and he was offering services specializing in marketing for LinkedIn. The thing is, if he had caught me just a week before, I probably would have taken him up on his offer. But I had just purchased a tool called AimFox, an AI tool for marketing on LinkedIn. So I asked him, can you please take a look at this tool and tell me what you think about it? And it's going to let me know if I still need your services or not. So a few days go by, and by now he has reviewed the tool for me, and he tells me the tool is amazing and it's so good that he's actually considering buying it for himself. I paid a one-time lifetime fee of $100 for that tool, and he charges $1,700 a month, which is $20,000 a year for that service. But I paid $100 just once, and for a tool that he would have purchased for himself. Okay, so here's another story too. A couple of years ago, I built a digital course. I spent long days doing research, hours formatting handouts. It took me about 2 to 3 weeks. Fast forward to 2022, I start playing around with AI tools and said to myself, let's see how long it takes to build a course this time. And it only took me a couple of days, 2 to 3 weeks compared to a couple of days. And in a couple of days, I did about 90% of the course. Okay. I used a tool called Tome, a slide presentation generator, which I love. I love Tome. I love it. It was one of the very first AI tools I used, and I'm pretty sure they have more features now. I love their art. I love the art that it generates. They have a dark theme. I love Tome. So when I used Tome, I created the course, I created the handouts, the spreadsheets, the workbooks, the ebooks. I did it on the spot as I was creating the course, which brings me to my next point. At first, it was research, then courses, but now I use AI to teach myself. I plan out my entire calendar for the week. So for time management, for the week, the month, and I help it to I use it to help me move my business along when another human being is not around. I also use it to create art, to write all kinds of content, blogs, web copy, social media captions, almost everything related to business development. And in addition to Tome and AimFox, here are some other tools that I like and love and what I use them for. So for content creation and marketing, I like ChatGPT, Claude, and Follower. ChatGPT, I like it. I love ChatGPT for artwork. I love Claude for brainstorming and writing. I don't really use ChatGPT for writing that much. Maybe technical writing, some writing, and for Follower for social media post and scheduling. For business strategy, I like to use VentureKit, Claude, and Perplexity. VentureKit to generate a business plan, Claude to help make that business plan actionable, and Perplexity to research and verify information from that business plan. And for research, I like to use Perplexity. They cite their sources, scrape hundreds of websites, academic journals, they pull up YouTube videos, they'll search white papers, and all of this happens in a chat box, allowing you to take your conversation and your search in any direction that you choose to. So now I'm going to share my screen with you and show you where to start. Excuse me, I'm already sharing my screen. I'm going to share another part of my screen and show you where to start so that when you start using AI tools, This is where you should start. So I'm already logged in, and this is ChatGPT. And most of you said you knew what ChatGPT was. But let's say we hop into ChatGPT, right? And some of you are not using ChatGPT for your business. If you were to start a random conversation with ChatGPT, I would start with my problem. Most of you already know how to use it, but I would just and I told Teresa too that I didn't really rehearse this part of the presentation, but I'll come up with something. I'll come up with something off the top. I have a problem with getting things done. And I need, let me see, just real quick, I need a marketing plan for my, oof, that might be too much. Let me see, I have a problem with getting things done, and let me see something. And sorry about this. Can I be a coach and have a problem? Things done. A coaching business. I'll just show you what I do for myself when I plan my calendar for the week. Help me plan my calendar for the week. I am free from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And I need to block off time for, I don't know, checking emails and meeting notes. I'm so sorry about this. Please give me schedule. That did not just happen. I typed all of that and that happened. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'll just type something. I'm so goodness. I need to plan my calendar. Let's see what happens if I just type it again. Maybe it won't delete on me. Let's see. It will ask me a question. Okay. All right. Now it's working. Okay. All right. So if you use ChatGPT and you need to solve a problem for your business, you can start your conversation in the middle. The point of the presentation was to show you where to start if you're going to start using AI for your business. Put your business questions into the chat box, and if it doesn't give you the right answers, then you say, okay, it has the right idea. Let me give it more details, right? You can also use ChatGPT now, though, to generate videos. And the reason why I'm not excuse me, if you're not already, you can also use it to generate images. But if you're not using ChatGPT already for those things, the reason why I didn't recommend Claude was because I think you get more bang for your buck with the ChatGPT. But the real tool that I want to show, most of us already heard of ChatGPT and are probably using it, so I won't spend that much time here. But I wanted to show you, what I really want to show you today was Venture Kit. It's a one-click business plan generator. And instead of me starting, at first I used to have conversations with the chatbots, ChatGPT and Claude, about anything, even use them to generate business plans or solve some of my business challenges. But now I just generate business plans now in Venture Kit and use the information in here. So does anybody want to help me create this business plan by suggesting a business idea?
Maybe wants to put something in the chat. Well,
If not, I'll do it. But
I have a podcast business.
Okay, all right. A podcast about, what would your podcast be about?
We'll combine it with somebody else's suggestion about hair.
Okay. Well, hair. All right, we'll say it's in Sharon, Mass. What makes our podcast about hair unique? We'll just say we are an expert for hair. Oh, do you? Well, I'll just go ahead and pick some, okay?
Yep.
DIY. So excuse me. Venture Kit is going to make suggestions on what you think makes your business unique, but you can also put the things that you know already, make it unique up here in this box. And you can use this icon here to generate different suggestions, in case they don't get it right the first time. So, and then, oh, I love this too. It says, what is your business name? So if you already have a business name, you can put it in here, but they will get, I do like their suggestions for business names too. So, Strands and Stories, the treats, the Trust Talk and Main Muse. I'll just pick the first one, Strands and Stories, just for the sake of moving forward, okay? And there you have it. Oh my goodness, that did not just happen. Is everyone seeing that just happened? Oh,
Yeah.
that's like, oh my goodness. Okay, a podcast about hair. I don't think that's going to happen again the second time. I wonder if it has something to do with us, with Zoom. Um, we'll just pick something randomly if you don't mind. It's just for the sake of showing that it generates a business plan very quickly. Okay. All right. So they will give you a limited business plan at first, which what I do is I'll come in here and I will view the pages that they unlock to see if the AI tool, this is an AI tool called it's VentureKit.ai, to see if VentureKit was as close to as possible to my idea. I'll read the executive summary to check that out. Like I'll click on it and I'll read it and I'll say, okay, does this business plan come as close as possible to my business idea? If not, I'll go back and add more details. But I really like using VentureKit because I think on YouTube, some of the influencers were building out their business plan from scratch using AI, but I really like generating the business plan. And you see how fast it did it. But what you would do is, I don't know if you can see, but over here, this is where you would unlock the full business plan if the business plan is on the right track. And what I do is I will unlock the whole business plan if it is. I'll export the business plan and then I will put it into a chat GPT project. I'll create a new project. I'll put it in there and then I will chat with the entire document. But for the sake of time, I'm just going to show you a few more things in VentureKit, and then I'm going to go back to my slides. So one of my favorite things about VentureKit is you can chat. You can also chat here with this plan, but this tool is hooked up to the free version of ChatGPT, and I like to use the advanced reasoning. I don't know if you guys are using the plus model, but this here is where you would see which model of a chat bot that you are using. So you have, some of the models that are not advanced, and you have some of them that are. And I can tell the difference between advanced reasoning, and you'd have to go in and use the free version and then use the advanced version so you could see the difference too. Okay. So one of my favorite features about VentureKit is the chatbot feature because of their prompts and their questions. So I really like how it's already hooked up to your business plan. So, okay, excuse me, Strands of Insight, right? Strands of Insight. So this is the business plan that we're chatting about. You would start a new chat and then you come down here and then you see you can click on something like get a list of blog post ideas and it will do it. It'll help. So it knows that it's chatting about this business plan. If you have multiple businesses and you have the you have the upgraded version of this tool, you can have as many business plans. I think you only get a couple, but I think it's about 3. And you can rotate back and forth and have different conversations about those plans. But what I love is that you can come in here and use this to help you. I don't think you should copy and paste. I do think that you should just use it to help you with ideas and ideation. Okay. So in Sora, which is out of Chat GPT, right? If I click on Sora, it's going to open up Sora here. Inside of Sora, you can create videos now. They've released it to the public at first. It was in beta for certain developers, but now you can come in here and you can create. So for hair, let's see, let's type in a beautiful. Um, Oh my goodness. I have no idea what I would put in here to create a video about hair. Does anybody want to make any suggestions of what kind of video I should try to generate about our podcast about hair? I have,
Changing the color, how to French braid.
okay. I think it needs to be a little more descriptive. Let me see. A video. Let's see. A woman. Let me see. It's not really good at generating people and hands and things like that. Let me see. A video about. Let's see. Let's just see if this comes out good. A woman showing off her French braid. Let's do something like that because I tried to generate a video a couple days ago and with people in it, and it did, trust me, it did not. Crazy video. It was crazy looking. So a video about a woman show. Let's see if we can generate something. And it might, if it's too difficult to generate, it'll just take a long time to generate. And if it takes too long, that's fine. I'll just, I want to focus on all the material that I prepared for today. So I'll go back to my slides if it doesn't come out. So it's doing its best, 95%. I am curious to see what the video is going to look like. Okay. All right. So they give us two versions. Let's click on this version. With people, it is a little difficult, but okay. Yeah, you see with people, do you see how it's so, but still, you can come in here and you can play around with Sora now, and you can even use Chat GPT to generate not just images, but videos now too. Okay. So I'm going to go back to my slides. I'm going to get out of here, go back to my slides. And all right. And I'm going to talk to you about choosing the right tool. So there are lots of tools to choose from. There are times when I've gone down a rabbit hole of subscribing and buying this tool and that tool. And now these are some rules that I use for myself. Research, look for free tools, wait for deals or promotions, look up reviews on YouTube, see what other people thought, whether or not they think the tool is worth it for the price, or why the whys, the why nots, the pros, the cons. Yeah, do your research on when you're looking for tools. Okay. And always hold off if possible. If possible, that's what I do now. I always think for a couple of days, or I'll do research, see if I can find another tool that's just as good or comes close to it. To avoid shiny object syndrome or making an impulsive purchase, okay? Because some of the tools they're expensive, but if you ever purchase a tool and you're not happy with it, software companies are really good, right? And the AI tools companies too, they're really good at giving you refunds. And also too, how to choose the right tool for your business. If you only need to build one website, you probably don't need to buy an AI tool for building websites. That's probably more fitting for a freelancer or an agency that offers website building services. On the other hand, if you're paying someone $100 per blog article, and you can find an AI tool that costs $100, right? Maybe once, you only pay once like I did for AimFox. The tool might bring you 90 and you would just do the 10%. And if you think that you can do that 10%, if it's writing and you think you can do it, then do it. Because $100 per article compared to $100 once, right? It's going to save you lots of money. So I'm going to share my screen again, and I'm going to show you how I pick and how I find AI tools. So here, my browser. Okay, here we go. Okay. So for one, I go to YouTube and I type in the name of the tool. So when you find your tool, you go to YouTube and you type in the name of your tool. The website is just loading. I clicked on it here. It's just loading. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me try and do it again. Let me try this one. Okay, this one worked. Okay. All right, now it's working. So these are two directories that I use to find AI tools. One of them, these will be in the resource document, so you don't have to write anything down. One of them is called aiscout.net. You'd come to aiscout.net and you can use these suggestions down here, or you can start up here with keywords. And when you type in what you're looking for, let's just say marketing. I feel like marketing is a popular one. Marketing. All right, you can search right here by price or by, by platform, and they will on aiscout.net, they'll give you a preview of here of the tool. And, you can come down here and you can favorite them, create an account that will save them. But this is how I essentially find new AI tools that come on the market. This is one of the largest directories, and there's an AI for that is one of the largest directories as well. You would come into there's an AI for that, and again, you type in the search bar what kind of AI tool you're looking for. And they are making some changes because this is not normally how it looks when you come to this website. Okay, all right. So they're making changes, but when you come here, you'll always see underneath, okay, so this is one tool. And this is how you can tell which, if it's a good tool or not. You look to see how many saves it has, how many stars it has. And I like this is, like I said, this is one of the largest directories too for brand new AI tools. This is how you can find them. And where I always go, which is, excuse me, it's one of my favorites right here, AppSumo. So this is where I got the tool AimFox for $100, and it's an AI tool. And there's another tool I just got called Word Hero that I liked a lot. I wonder if it's still available. It's still available, but you pay $89 for life. And obviously, right, there's a catch to things like that. When you do click on a product page, they'll give you a description of the product. This is where you would buy over here. But right here where you see codes, this tells you how many features you're going to get for each code. But you can still pay once and you can still get a lot of usage out of it. But it says GPT 3.5, which means it's using the free version for 30,000 though. You get 30,000 tokens with the free version, but you get 1,000 tokens with GPT-4, the more advanced reasoning version. But it's still really good, right? Because if you think about it, I think one inquiry is a token. So even if you generate something for about 2,000 words, I still believe it's one token. Okay. So this is where I come. I come here to get my software, and if you don't like it, you can always request a refund. AppSumo is really good about giving refunds. And this is where I would start if I were using AI tools. Okay. And where I would go. And this is where I go, excuse me, to find my AI tools. Okay. So I'm going to go back to my slides now. And I'm going to go over some important things to remember. AI tools do not replace your human input. So you do not need to copy and paste. You can always personalize the content that you receive to the best of your ability. Okay. Do not upload your private and personal information. There's developers on the back end. They're human, right? They can still see they can still see your chat threads and conversations. It's not just like no one sees it, and you're just using something that, oh, no one's going to see. Don't put your social security number. If you're writing a letter and you got to put the social security number in there, write the letter first, put it in your Word doc, and then put the social in there after. Think suggestions. Always remember to think suggestions instead of advice. If you do not agree with something that the chatbot or tool gives you, no matter how logical or correct that it appears, that's totally fine. I have gone against the advice of the AI tool plenty of times. And there was times where I actually wish that I did take the advice, but That's okay. All right. You still don't get into the habit of treating it like a trusted advisor. All right. It does not replace your decision making. I'm going to tell you one more story. So, although I'm an AI enthusiast, I am also unbiased. And I want to share my whole experience with you about AI, meaning its negative impact as well. So, I used to drive a Tesla and I used to use the self-driving feature so much that I forgot how to drive when it was time for me to drive again. I know it's like, how could you forget how to, like, you only have to do a couple things, right? Put your blinker on, look over your shoulder. But the car gets into different lanes. It switches lanes for you. It gets off the exit for you. It puts the blinkers on for you. So trust me, I had to. So that was dangerous. Actually, it was scary for me, and that was dangerous. But I am glad that I drive a Toyota now. I'm so sorry. I'm glad I drive a Toyota now. Again, also too, so this was long before the generative AI tools hit the market like ChatGPT and stuff. So when I started forgetting how to spell certain words after using it to help me with my writing, that's when I knew. I was like, oh, okay, so you can lose your memory. So don't rely on AI too much because you will start to forget to your, excuse me, you will forget how to use your brain. So if you don't want that to happen, treat it like social media and put yourself on an AI diet and pick the areas where you are comfortable using it. I'm a writer. I'm not going to use it as much for writing as I was before. And yes, I want to share that to help raise awareness, even though, it makes me look very vulnerable right now. So moving along, AI isn't going anywhere, and it's best to get involved while it's still early. So on a more positive note, here's some other things to remember, that these tools are limited to their user. You may only be using them to write emails, but someone else out there is using AI to write code, and deploy apps and save money. 46% of American companies have saved between $25,000 and $70,000 using ChatGPT. So next time you are unsure or stuck or feeling lost about how to solve challenges in your business, remember what is at your fingertips and ask AI to help you, right? Replace I cannot with how can I. That thought process is more likely to lead you down a path of discovery and problem solving rather than a mindset like business owner B, who believed the solution to the problem did not exist, right? About the marketing plan. So here's a quick recap. We went over some numbers, right? The AI market is expected to reach $2 trillion by 2030. 54% of companies were using AI by November 2023, and 73% of US companies were using AI in some aspect. 79% of corporate strategists said AI would be critical to their business success. And 46%, right? I just said this, of US companies saved $25,000 to $70,000 using ChatGPT. We talked about the differences between traditional software and generative AI and how machine learning works and what goes on behind the curtain. We also talked about using AI versus not using AI. And I shared some of my favorite tools with you and the different kinds of business problems that they solve. And lastly, I showed you where to start when it comes to using AI in your business uh, before covering those important things to remember. Here is a list of the websites that I went over, but you can screenshot this if you want to, but you don't have to because they'll be in that document. And two resources I thought would be really cool were this TED Talk here by Mustafa. He has a more optimistic narrative when it comes to AI. And here, this is an episode from The Diary of a CEO. Mo Godot was interviewed by Stephen, and he talks about the warnings of the future of AI. So it's good. This is also unbiased, right? I thought these, yeah, like I said, I thought they were cool, and I want to share them with you. So if you wish to stay connected with me, I'm on LinkedIn, and you can email me. I do check my emails, and I get back to everyone. And you can visit my website to see where I'm at and what I'm doing. Thank you. Thank you
Do
all
we
so much. Yeah,
You ready for questions?
no, not yet. I was getting ready to end. I was going to say thank you. I was going
Oh,
to say
sorry,
thank you
sorry, I'm
for
sorry.
attending. Yeah, thank you for attending. And thank you, SCORE, for having me. Teresa, thank you for helping me in preparation. And I want to say thank you to Susan Bloomstone for inviting me to teach this workshop. If you're still on the fence about using AI tools before, I hope that you're more convinced about using them now to help you drive your business forward. And now I am ready for questions.
Okay, great. So some of the tools that you kind of talked about, do all of them have a free version or are some of them paid? Is it a mixture?
Yes. So with Venture Kit, they will let you generate the limited business plans. You have to have an upgraded plan in order to unlock it. ChatGPT has a free version that you can use too. You have a limited number of messages before they will say, sorry, you ran out of messages. And I think you can generate a few images on the free version.
Okay. Do you need to set up an account to use the free version of ChatGPT to begin?
Yeah, you do. You just put in, yes, like your email and then your name, and that's it. Yeah.
Do you have any recommendations for writing technical reports?
Writing tech. ChatGPT is good for writing technical reports. There's also another tool that's good too. You know what? I would use those directories. I would use those. I use Claude. I use Claude a lot. They're all really good. They are all really good. But ChatGPT is really good. It's really powerful. And there's a new one too that's on the rise. But I would start with ChatGPT.
Okay. And can you upload existing reports to help it learn what?
Yes, yes, you can. They actually process very large documents. So if you have a technical report that's about 30 or 50 pages long, it will process it has the ability to read all of those pages.
Can the free version of ChatGPT generate video or pictures?
No, only a limited number of pictures, I believe, on the free version, maybe one or two images. And you have to have a plus version in order to use Sora.
Can you explain what you mean by talk to the plan in ChatGPT?
Oh, yes. Chat with the plan as in a conversational style. So if you're using the chatbot in VentureKit, or if you put the plan into one of the larger chatbots, you can ask the plan the way you would ask a person, hey, what does my marketing plan say about social media? You chat
Okay.
with it and I talk to it that way. That's what I meant.
Okay. What are the dangers of uploading personal information to ChatGPT, such as a resume that you want to improve? Is the resume shared across the web?
Hmm. No, they do have options though to make certain chats public. They'll say, oh, if you want to generate a public link or publish this link. But no, for the most part, I don't think that your information is compromised. I just think it's a safe practice not to do it. But I think people do upload their addresses and things like that, and I haven't heard anything about anybody saying that there's been a problem with that. I have done it at times, and I haven't had any issues.
Okay. Which AI tool is more applicable and relevant to market business in a independent life insurance agent?
Okay, so I would use I would use Perplexity. So I think that if you used AI to generate a business plan and you learned about what you need to do for your marketing, that would help you pick the best tool for your marketing. Can you repeat that question again?
Which AI tool is more applicable and relevant to market a business for an independent life insurance agent?
Yes, let's say you are popular. Let's say you're trying to grow on a platform like LinkedIn, right? For professionals, you would want to try and pick a tool that specializes in uh, the industry that you're going after. I'm sorry, I'm trying to say this the right way. You want to pick a tool that aligns best with your marketing strategy. So some tools specialize in, like I said, I have one for LinkedIn, right? Because I'm looking to grow on LinkedIn. If you're looking to grow on Instagram, you can do a search for a tool that specializes in Instagram. That depends. It's not really about your industry. It depends on more about what you need to do for your marketing.
Is there a tool you can use to check if content has been generated by AI already?
Yes, there is. There are tools that help you check. I would do a search, how to check for AI generated content because they have originality.ai, and that helps you check if how much of the writing has been written by AI. But for videos and pictures, I do not know which tools or which platforms out there help you check to see if that image was generated by AI or if that video is generated by AI.
Okay. Will there be any AI resources on your list for video editing?
No, no. The only resources on the list will be the ones from the presentation. But I would use AppSumo. They have a good one right now. It's called One Take. If you're doing YouTube videos, that's good. But I would do research. I would look up video editing tools on AI, and then I would look on YouTube to see what other people have said about them.
Okay. Just a second here. Which AI tool can help run business operations?
If you're looking for like an all-in-one, because it's funny, I was think there's something called Agile on AppSumo, and if you're looking for all-in-one, let's say you have like staff, you have different departments, it's supposed to be really good for for a business owner that has a lot of moving parts. You can check out Agile, but I would type in business operations or yes, I would type that into one of those directories or AppSumo. I would do a search.
Okay. I think we hit all the questions, unless there was one buried in chat I missed. But if you would put your slide back up for your contact information, just in case I
Sure.
missed one of the questions, they can find you.
Yes.
So you can email Shay directly if we missed your question. But I think we've got covered them all, and we'll get that resource list to everybody. And that of today's recording will be posted in the next 24 to 48 hours. And thanks, Shay. I think this was excellent. There's just lots and lots of accolades in the chat. So thank you very much. And everyone have a great rest of your week. And we'll see you again on a future presentation.
Thank you. Thank you, Teresa.